the video. All right. Thank you, everybody.
Oh no, she's gone before we started. There, you're back.
Oh well.
You get to start.
Oh,
We
did I
can hear
lose
you now.
you?
Well, we lost you, but you're back.
I'm back. Am I back now? So should I start over? Or
Yep. We lost you before you started. Yep. Mhm.
okay. Oh, right. Well, have the crappy internet connections you all every week. And here's Donna.
Hello. Thanks so much, Laurel. Hello, everyone. I'm Donna McTee, here to help host another in our third year, delivering you the news from around the Altspace VR community. We have had a very interesting week, understatement, here in Altspace VR to share with you and plenty of news, events, and updates that you need to know. So let's get started. This week is the start of Pride Month here in Altspace VR. When it comes to celebrating Pride, we pull out all the stops.
There are tons of events throughout the entire month celebrating the diversity and extraordinary accomplishments of the LGBTQ plus community. And we love that everyone is getting their flag colors on. Yeah. You will see many avatars changing their colors this month, as well as events and event images, all embracing pride. So we thought we'd take a moment and share with you, did you know that there are multiple flags for Pride Month? And to help you learn more about it, here's your Pride lesson of the week.
The traditional LGBTQ plus flag was created in 1978 by Gilbert Baker, a gay drag queen. He was urged by Harvey Milk, the first openly gay elected official in the United States. He was urged by him to create a symbol of pride for the community. He chose the flag as it was such a patriotic and international iconic symbol and used the 8 colors of
Of
the
the
random
rainbow.
rainbow. I was wondering, I don't know the random of the
I
rainbow. That
know.
makes hot pink for sex, red for life, orange for healing, yellow for sunlight, green for nature, turquoise for art, indigo for harmony, and violet for spirit. What a beautiful color combination. Unfortunately, it became very hard to find pink, turquoise, and indigo fabrics as they handmade every flag. And the colors were reduced to the 6: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and violet, the primary colors, and set as the standard in 1994. In a minute, you're going to hear what happened in 1998. There you go. Go for it.
So in 1998, Michael Page created the bisexual flag with broad magenta and blue at the top and bottom, and a blend of the two colors to lavender in the middle. The pansexual flag was created not long after with pink, yellow, and blue to represent women and men and non binary or gender fluid with the yellow. Another version is the gender fluid flag that has pink, white, purple, and black and blue to represent not just gender and androgyny, but the black stripe represents all the genders, known as the third gender or the pangender.
There will be an exam after this, so please listen
Yes, there
carefully.
will.
the the transgender pride flag was designed by Monica Helms and displayed in the very first Pride Parade in Phoenix, Arizona in the year 2000. Two light blue and pink stripes with white in the middle have become the colors and flag that the transgender community embraces proudly. There are many flags and colors representing the diversity of the LGBTQ plus and gendered community, and we are proud to support them all, no matter their colors.
Yay. Now, on to end of lesson, on to Altspace VR update news. The update announced on Tuesday ran into some issues.
It
The
did. It
Windows
ran into
10
some
version,
issues. It ran into some issues, did it? Could you tell us what they were? That's where you went
yes,
out.
so the Windows 10, okay, the Windows 10 2D version arrived late Thursday, and it was the last update to hit the public. So it's now at version 4.2.20. And it's basically a patch, but it also includes support for Unity 2020. And we'll discuss more of that in the world building section.
Important to all of us is the announcement that AltSpace VR is not only embracing more recent versions of Unity, but also faster rendering speeds, higher frames per second, and decrease the load on our graphic processing units. The GPU, and in turn the CPU, the computer processing units, the engines that run our visuals and data processing. This change will not only improve performance, but also make it easier for AltSpace VR to bring in feature requests and improvements that we have been longing for. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves, but this is exciting news, and many of us are getting our hopes up high.
As world building is going through major changes over the next couple months, please be among the beautiful community members who report and upload their logs to ensure that AltSpace VR developers have the information they need to know how to resolve those issues. To file a report, go to Settings Support and enter a message and upload your logs. Start the message with those keywords to help them identify what the problem is so they can quickly send that message off to the right team that is handling those issues like the caption, the world building, audio event hosting, microphone, etc. And with the community working together to report clear and specific issues and uploading those logs, the developers may respond even faster with fixes.
Remember, while Facebook continues to upgrade our audio features, there continues to be audio issues. People are hearing bursts of odd sounds from your mic, and you are on a VR headset. Hover over your mic and turn off audio.
Donna, you're getting garbled from you. Now it's your turn.
Okay. Well, I will do my thing. Be right back.
Okay. So just remember that while AltSpace is upgrading the audio features, there continues to be some odd audio issues. So if people hear bursts of odd sounds from your microphone and you're on a VR headset, hover over your microphone and turn off auto level. In fact, can we have like everybody do that right now? Hover over your microphone and turn off auto level. That will help protect some of the blasting that can happen. And after they fix the auto level,
Am I
what do
back?
they do if they have an echo? Yes, you are back and it's beautiful.
If people are reporting an echo and you rarely have one on your 2D or VR headset, turn down your speakers or volume as it is likely leaking through and being picked up by the microphone.
Now, in the settings audio section, there are now way too many options. You need to scroll down, scroll down. You got to scroll down in there under settings audio just to see them all. And if people are not hearing you properly, your voice is breaking up, or there's an odd sound going through and re enter is just not working for you, experiment with a new audio filter sensitivity options. Hopefully, all of these things will be resolved as soon as AltSpace VR keeps moving forward with their audio quality features.
The Meet with a Program Owner community event was pushed back again this past week. Another community meetup is scheduled for this week, and we hope that there will be more updates on when the next Meet the Program Owner session will be on, so we can learn more about the roadmap for AltSpace VR, share stories, and update us on what's next, including answering questions about the upcoming changes to world building and performance. And as usual, we bring you the news from around the AltSpace VR community each week and in between. Join us on our News and Updates Discord for updates and related news that you can use to ensure you keep updated on what's going on within our AltSpace VR metaverse.
And before we get to the big world building week, we want to remind those of you who switched to the Microsoft account login with AltSpace VR, you will need to get a password to set up your Unity account. If you do not have one or don't know it, go to the altvr.com website, click on your profile picture, get to your account, and look for the recover and generate password link. That will allow you to create a password to use with Unity and the AltSpace VR Unity uploader.
The AltSpace VR world builders and others got a jolt this week with the announcement of AltSpace VR embracing Unity 2020.3.9. Unity 2020 arrived last year with some great features that may help world builders in AltSpace VR, including the focused inspect that allows you to assess and compare game object details easier, improvements in the FBX importer, and stronger support for SketchUp objects, package manager updates, improved interface, and extended support for custom package workflows. A great progress window and hang on because the words are moving. I cannot. Oh my god, I have to find where I am. Stop that, Laurel.
I'm
Um,
sorry.
Oh my gosh. Hang on, you guys. I'm going to repeat just a little bit so I make sense. Improvements in the FBX importer and stronger support for SketchUp objects. Package manager updates, improved interface, and extended support for custom package workflows. A great progress window and task progress that allows you to monitor subtasks easily. Incorporate the Visual Studio 2019 as a package, the ability to edit prefabs in context with prefab mode, improvements to the profiling tools feature to control event visualization and interaction within the scenes, a standalone profiler to allow a cleaner profiler in edit or play in edit or play modes, bi-directional motion transfer in the animation rigging, a device simulator, long desired light settings assets to allow changing light settings in multiple scenes and more control in multi-baked situations, improvements in transparent materials. Okay, the hits keep rolling out in Unity. We're excited to see the new features become usable in AltSpace VR. And I have to tell you, that is the first sentence I've ever needed 5 breaths for.
It is. It's really exciting to see all of the stuff that is coming out with the new Unity that we can now, it's been out for a year, but we can now play with. And that's what's most exciting. Now, we have been through some major, major changes in Unity updates over the years, but we've lived through all of it, and we're here to share the pain. Among our news and updates team, we've created and supported over 300 virtual worlds here in AltSpace VR. We've been updating all of our worlds to prepare for the shift that's coming, and we have some things that you need to know. Trust me, Mark has been slaving away updating worlds like crazy for the last 2 days.
First and foremost, get into the AltSpace VR Discord and follow the conversation and notes in the world building channels. Please keep all discussions about the update and your challenges and successes in those channels only, to not only help those of us following the news, but also staff who are working overtime to answer questions and help individuals problem solve this change, and using the experiences to improve the entire process for everyone. Most people are not having any problems, and those that do, once it is identified as a bug and not human error, the documentation is updated.
Now, there are pinned frequently asked questions in those channels. Check there first, as your answer might already be there. So you don't have to wait for somebody to respond. The update last week in AltSpace VR should allow updated users to see the newly updated worlds. If you have not updated your AltSpace VR client to 4.2.20, do so right away. It's the first version that supports Unity 2020.3.9. And right now, you should still be able to see the older Unity worlds as well.
The announcement this week was a heads up that there are changes underway. We're getting mixed messages, but consider last week's announcement to be a 2 to 6 week warning of the pending overall platform upgrade.
Now, here's the question. Everybody wants to know, will your want to know? Everybody's waiting for that answer.
No, ask the
This
question
is what
again
we've
because we didn't hear the
come.
question. Sorry, Laurel, you buzzed out for the question. Start again because they
All
didn't
right,
hear you.
am I back?
You're back now, yeah, but start at the beginning. Yeah.
Okay, why don't you read this section because it is so important. I don't want my internet to go out.
That's okay. So the big question that the drum roll that Laurel was building up to is the question of, will your older world work? That's the biggest question everyone is waiting for. If you do not update your Unity world, will it break? This is what we know. Right now, you will still be able to see existing content and the new Unity 2020.3 created worlds. But when the next update comes out in 2 to 6 weeks, all worlds and all kits need to be updated to 2020.3.9. Again, right now, everything is compatible. But when the SPI is switched on, which we will explain in a moment, then kits and templates that haven't been updated may not be visible. It is likely that the worlds without updates will feature notices that entering the world may be risky as elements may be missing. I'll just finish this up. It is highly recommended that all Unity world builders of templates and kits update as soon as possible. And when you do, add an image that features an updated flag on the templates and kits to let your users know that these have been updated for those sharing kits. You will also see a flagged warning in the diagnostics that reports that the Unity objects are not updated with a suggestion to do so. This change impacts all templates and kits, so please make sure you do both.
Okay, now hopefully my internet's going to hold. Jimmy is updating all of the AltSpace VR and featured kits. So you don't have to worry about those. That is a good thing. Okay. Now, he's reporting these on the Unity Uploader and World Building channels in the AltSpace VR Discord. And that's so very important that if you have a kit that you really depend upon for a world, search those channels to see for the name of the kit to see if it's been updated.
Please be aware, most of the world builders are having very few problems updating Unity and their worlds. It's a step-by-step process that is outlined with AltSpace VR documentation, a wonderful video and article by Aussie Guy. Thank you, Aussie Guy, for the that he did for the community, and others breaking it down for you to help with the transition. The problems are usually self errors, not paying attention to details, and not doing things in the right order. Get the update guide and take it through one step at a time for each world. And by the time you get to the second or third, you will have found a rhythm.
Please, 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 please make sure you back up your old files and delete all the project folders so you start fresh. Then follow the instructions in the guide. It takes step, just takes time. So start a step, go out and get a cup of tea, walk around the block, Take the next step. Go walk around the block again. Relax. Just follow the checklist, and this will work really easily. The Altspace VR dev team and community are in the Discord ready to help answer your questions.
Unity 2020.3 and the latest updates to Altspace VR bring us what is called SPI, Single Pass Instance Rendering. Before the scene rendered in one eye, then the other at a high speed. But the dual rendering overworked your graphic processing units on computers and headsets, as well as the CPU. Single pass instance rendering, SPI, uses single pass stereo rendering, so both eyes share the work required for culling and shadow computation. To keep things simple, the pixels render across both eyes in a high speed ping pong effect that reduces the burden on the GPU and CPU. It should also help with improved frame rates and reduced motion sickness since the brain basically registered the scene through two eyes rather than one than the other. This process works at very high speeds, so you are often unaware of it unless the world has a low frame rate due to super low poly and poorly designed elements.
Now, if that was a hard thing to explain, so Donna needs a round of applause for explaining that. That was really hard to explain. It's a complicated thing. Yay, good job,
Please
Donna.
repeat. Yes, please repeat, everyone.
Now, if
Together
there's
now.
one piece, yay. If there is one piece of advice, yes, really, that we want world builders to walk away from this is please ensure you are more professional and standardized about how you manage your templates and kits. It's recommended that you use GitHub to set up version control and just make the process easier for managing the multiple versions as well as your entire project. You can clone projects, have different branches for development. It helps you to manage the details that are likely driving you crazy on your computers right now.
Again, just to repeat, most world builders are having very few problems. Excuse me. We know it is painful. It is a pain. Mark has been working on updating about 100 worlds for 2 days, so we feel your pain. The last major upgrade was 18 months ago, a year and a half ago. So this kind of suffering doesn't happen often. It's rare. But hopefully this time Altspace VR will begin to update more closely with Unity and not make these big update jumps. So we are also excited about the new SPI feature and the improvements that will allow world builders to be even more creative in pushing the boundaries in world building. So hang in with us through the little bumps because this is going to be an amazing ride. It will be worth it.
It will be. Now, Jimmy hosts his Building the Metaverse events on Tuesday, and we are sure that this week is going to be all about the new updates. So join him as he explores world building and techniques with Unity, the SDK, MREs, and if you are passionate about world building as we are, trust me, you don't want to miss it.
If you miss these events, they are not the only places to improve your world building skills. Look for the mini workshops, classes, and events on world building on the events calendar. There are more opportunities than ever to learn about how to build worlds in Altspace VR and be inspired by other world builders. Check out the events calendar for workshops, classes, and meetups for world builders and the regular world tours that happen with Daisy Shaw and with the World Tours team that meets every Wednesday to tour amazing worlds, your worlds. Each month, they challenge world builders to build on a theme, and this month is cold. We toured cold worlds this past week to help inspire you to build to the theme of cold. And this week we are hosting the basics of world building for new users. Get ready for a fun summer of world building and sharing your creativity with everyone in the Altspace community.
Yay! We love that. We love sharing your worlds here on AltSpace. Love world building. If you have a world you want to have us cover, make sure that you send it. You go to our Discord and put it in the Share Your Worlds channel in right there in our Discord. We have some fascinating worlds coming up to share with you next week, so get ready.
Now, Discord. If you're not on Discord already, it is a great next thing for you to tackle. We love Discord. If you aren't familiar with it, it is like Facebook, but better, oh, way better. It resembles more the older forums and Usenet chats where conversations are sorted by channels to keep related topics together, but everyone sees the whole stream if they choose.
Now, one of the key issues that people appreciate and complain about is notifications. During the recent Educators in VR Universal Experience contest for the HP Reverb G2 VR headset, participants were asked to submit.
They were asked to submit, drum roll. They were asked
Oh
to
dear.
submit. They were asked to submit what, Laurel?
Photos.
Mhm.
Okay, am I back?
Yep. Submit
All right, they were
photos
asked
is
to
exactly
submit
where.
photos
Yep.
and stories.
Mhm.
Okay, photos and stories about their experiences. And the more they submitted, the greater the likelihood of winning. The Universal channel in the Educators in VR Discord was pinging out notifications non-stop for days, waking people up in the middle of the night who hadn't turned off sounds or vibrations. So let's talk about how to control your notifications.
First, you have the option to temporarily or permanently mute an entire server. Right-click on the server icon and choose to mute server for 15 minutes or longer, or set it to until I turn it back on. Then don't forget to turn it back on. If that is too much, you may mute a specific channel the same way. Right click on the channel and choose the time period you wish to mute it.
Now, to really drill down and customize how and when you are notified on a specific Discord server, click the arrow at the top left corner of the screen next to the title of the server and choose Notification Settings. Go through the list and check all the settings to alert you to be notified on all messages or only when you're mentioned, or no notifications and other customizations.
In your user account settings, you have even more options to control notifications across all of Discord. This includes notifications on your desktop version, control over the flashing of the taskbar to let you know of Discord actions, sounds in response to the types of notifications and actions, and even more. Few communications and social media apps have this sophisticated and also easy to use notification settings. Just one more reason why we really do love Discord and would now, after a very short time, be really sad to be without it, would be lost without it. So we'll have more Discord tips for you as we move forward deeper into the summer of 2021. And if you have some Discord tips to share with our community, let us know after the show or in our news and updates Discord, and we may share it here on the show.
Yeah. All right. Now we're on to the AltSpace VR events. I need this nice, wonderful sound effect going on here. Mark, work on that for me. We need that there. We need events. Okay, knowing the estimate of the events every week, we took those numbers and went further. We started guessing the average attendance is about 15 people per event. Now, there's some events with over 100 attendees, others with just a few people. So we're just estimating wildly. We calculated that almost 4,000 people attend events in AltSpace VR weekly. That's pretty amazing. Again, wild guess, but it's kind of cool. Now, Educators in VR just finished the Univirtual experience, and it was hosted on 20 different virtual and VR platforms and apps last month. Bet you didn't know there's about 20 different platforms out there, and we didn't even cover them all. Other than VR Chat, which was not one of the ones that we had an event on. Alt Space VR is the king and queen of the VR event for the number of events and for the audience and all of the controls and features is really powerful. So be proud, honestly. It's an amazing community we've created here, and AltSpace has the most powerful event tools of all the platforms. It's really impressive.
With more than 250 events a week created by you, the community, we only have time to highlight a few. Remember, if you wish to have your events mentioned on the show, submit them to our News and Updates Discord. Share your event in the news channel, and we may feature it here on the show.
Now, Drag Queens Unite. Yeah, we've got an event for you. So we want to begin by recognizing just a few of the many Pride events that are coming up this week and throughout the month. First up tomorrow is the House of Pride by Reverie and Chicken Waffle, sponsored by McDonald's.
Started sponsored by McDonald's.
Oh,
That's where you are, Lou Ralph.
sponsored by McDonald's. This special, thanks. I'm getting help from both Donna and Mark on this. This special variety extravaganza is hosted by Manila Luzon, Shar, Joselle, and Ryan Mitchin, and includes performances by RuPaul's Drag Race alums Lala Ree and Laganja Estranja, Androgen, Shea Diamond, Sam Tsui, and so many others, including the HBO Max legendary winners, the House of Balmain, and comedians that you do not want to miss. There are almost 150 RSVPs for the special extravaganza tomorrow to celebrate the diversity and family represented during Pride Month right here in AltSpace. So immediately after this is a special Pride XR nightclub experience, and this is going to be one hell of a party, and you do not want to miss it.
Friday's LGBTQ Club Better Days celebrates 52 years since the Stonewall riots, considered the birth of the LGBTQ movement to change hearts and minds and governments to support equal rights for all. And wow, look at what sprung out of that. They are celebrating through music and dance and social on Friday.
Now, also check out the various LGBTQ plus and friends events every week that keep this vibrant community active and well supported throughout the year. And expect even more regular events like ours in AltSpace VR to celebrate Pride Month with special guests and activities. Come on, give it up for Mark and this beautiful rainbow tribute. He does this every year. It is a beautiful thing. I loved walking through the rainbows. That was We'll keep you informed throughout the month on our News and Updates Discord. So make sure you join it today.
Immediately after the news today is VR Democracy Launch, an event with Guy and others with an interest in evidence based problem solving when it comes to strengthening democracy through civic education. It's a fun project that explores the meaning and purpose of a democracy, not necessarily the U.S. Democratic political party, to contribute to change through a shared critical thinking and civic deliberation. What a great concept to bring to AltSpace VR.
Love it. Hide and seek in the city with VR Forward happens again right after the news. It's a fun adult way to become a child again, but run around the city and getting lost.
The first, We Are Improv VR Community Honey Roast is tomorrow, and the special guest of honor is Surgis. Surgis has hosted shows with We Are Improv VR, and on their own has done amazing job representing the LGBTQ community in AltSpace VR Entertainment as a transgender queer man. And what a delight to highlight the life and good works in AltSpace VR with this great representative of our community. So congrats, Surgis.
Mm-hmm. The Collider Lounge on Sunday brings us Supersymmetry with their festival of live digital art to dance the night away. There'll be live streamed performances by Josh Lucas and electronic looping mixed soundscape explorations, along with chats and social time in this multi hour event.
Now, on Monday, Educators in VR researchers features Rachel Ralph of the Master of Digital Media program that engages students through project based learning to develop working prototypes for real world clients. Rachel and her team will be focusing on WebXR and AR mobile games and apps used by researchers and investigators to teach kids to be more empathetic. Check that out. It's happening on Monday.
And Tuesdays, the Educators in VR XR Medical and Healthcare Team Project is knocking it out of the park again with Miko Malemaki, an RN, nursing lecturer, and startup entrepreneur who's discussing his project VR for Healthcare that creates VR training for nurses and medical education. If you haven't seen the innovations in medical and healthcare VR technology, you are so missing out. It is beautiful. This incredible simulation training mixes real world and VR experiences as well as all VR experiences that are revolutionizing the healthcare industry. So check that out on Tuesday.
Now, after the XR Medical and Healthcare event, you could join educators in VR to discuss the future of education in XR. We just finished 30 days of the Univirtual experience with almost 200 events across 20 different virtual and VR platforms. The month long conference introduced us to not just new ways to connect in VR, but what is being taught in VR.
And we had a little mix up with the slides. Uh, so the the slide that's up there right now, just keep it up there. Just keep it up there. Wednesday is the Educators in VRV Coaching and Personal Development Team Project, and it is featuring a special meditation workshop with Dr. Jose Ferrer, a family and emergency medicine doctor and licensed acupuncturist, discussing meditation in VR with a special demonstration. Then you can go forward and see the slide for the previous Educators in VR event, and then we should be on track.
Wednesday is a special fun of Wednesday is a special fun event with Evolve VR called Are You Smarter Than an Avatar? Join the Evolve VR team as you check out your knowledge against each other and see if you are smarter than an avatar.
I'm not sure if it's the avatar we're supposed to be smarter than or the person in the avatar. So this is going to be interesting. So, Chuck of Health Systems Chat is back with another
no,
amazing
no. Why don't we start with Simulation Nation? Let's not
because
forget them.
the slides are reversed.
Oh, okay, sorry.
So I was going with the slides. I don't know how
watch
this happened.
the slides, so now
I know. I'm sorry. All right,
Okay.
simulation. Oh, it's just one of the joys that we have doing these things. Simulation Nation brings you this. Wait a minute. Where am I at? The slide that's up there. Donna, you do. That's Chuck. Go for it.
Okay, Chuck of Health Systems Chat is back with another amazing discussion and experience climbing Sydney's Harbor Bridge to honor the Immersive Learning Research Network, International AAAI Social Media and Web, and the International Bridge Conferences. No one else can bring together these three different conference types: virtual reality research, social media, and bridge building. No one else could do it like Chuck can. So join the fun and have a great climb as you go on Thursday.
Now, when I see what happened. Okay, so when we ask at the end of the show and say that we need help, I'm not joking. We are not joking. So come help us so we can have triple eyes on these things as we go through them. So Marshmallow is having a birthday bash on Thursday, hosted by Black Sands with a karaoke party and games. You know, it is one of the most beautiful things when our community comes together to celebrate together. And hey, honestly, any reason to throw a party is a good reason to throw a party.
She was bound and determined I was going to talk about Simulation Nation. So let's do it. Simulation Nation continues to host some great Altspace VR members. And this Friday, they are hosting. Oh my gosh, I didn't know this. You guys, this world builder is amazing. If only his name is Taja. I don't know what the rest of it is. But Taja is an amazing world builder breaking the rules here in Altspace VR with traveling at warp speed on a space yacht, visiting the ancient rooms of terraforming project gone wrong, and more world building wizardry. Oh my gosh, his worlds are blowing the mind.
And they are. They are. I just love what people are doing now. So check out all of the nightclubs, the dances, the computer classes, the workshops, open mics, talent nights. We got it all going on here in Altspace, and you don't want to miss a moment.
There is so much going on in the Altspace community and calendar. This show should run for hours if we were to cover them all. We do our best to bring you the highlights from this ever growing community, and we are so glad that you're here to share it with us.
All right, it is time for our discussion time period. So I'm going to turn on the raised hand. Donna, you want to set us up for the question?
New changes to world building. What are you looking forward to? What are you frustrated with? What are your joys, worries, and fascination with what is coming to Altspace VR? Altspace VR has been talking about these changes and improvements about the remodel that ended last year, and we're excited about seeing the new features and functionality. The question is, are you? So let's talk about it. Talk to us. The raise hand button is up, and we want to hear from you. How are you? And what have you been up to in our Altspace community?
Oops,
Have
oops,
something.
sorry.
Oh, am I?
Nope, that's it. Yeah,
Oh, I was
just we want
supposed
to
to
hear
stop
from you.
there.
Yeah, sorry. It's another boo. Kill me now. Okay. We need a third pair of eyes, I swear. So, raise hand is up. Let's talk about world building. What are your fears and thoughts, folks? Donna, how about you?
Well, I know that there was how do I say this? I think that we always like lots of warning, and we don't necessarily always get lots of warning. 2 weeks is no warning. 6 weeks is a little bit of warning. As summer starts, we're getting out of, many people are getting out of isolation and making plans to actually do things in the physical world. So, timing for this particular thing has pros and cons. People are planning vacations. We know lots of people that are planning vacations and now are taking vacation time to work on worlds. Worth it in the end. As a event host, last thing I'll say is, as an event host, I am sitting on pins and needles knowing whether the events I'm hosting next week or 2 weeks from now will actually work in the world. I do preparation for those events. So what do I do? Do I do it now or do I do it later? I have so many questions, and that's where I'm at. But encouraging you guys to that if you're not if you are a world builder, those of us that aren't, have the feels for you.
Absolutely. All right, good points, all. Joseph, you're up. Joseph. Okay. Stands with trees, you're up.
Alrighty then. Um, you know, when I heard about the single pass interesting rendering mode, I thought, wow. So that's what I'm looking forward to the most. I want to see how this improves performance.
Absolutely. With you on that. And I'm excited about the fact that it's supposed to bring improvements for people who have motion sickness and nausea when they're in VR. And that's going to be very exciting because that's one of the things that with educators in VR and many people coming in, that's a big fear of theirs. Is it going to trigger or it just does trigger? So I'm hoping that that's going to help with that tremendously. Excellent point. Yeah, and having a cooler unit, as somebody who used to put, I swear, I put frozen peas, I rubber band them to my headset, and then they'd drip all over, and I'd stand up and have a wet lap. That's what we did. like, no, you didn't do that. Yes, I did. And then it would melt down, and I put the peas back in the freezer. And my husband finally bought me a hot pack or an ice pack that has little fake peas in it. That worked better. But it was a face mask, and I would strap it literally around my whole head, so it looked like I had these big blue little tiny ball blue peas with a like I look like Batman with a VR headset on. So yeah, I love to have a cooler computer, cooler unit. That's a great thing. That my hope for that. Beautiful. Anyone else who has concerns or issues or thoughts about the changes coming to world building? So I'm very excited about it because of the benefits in world building. I'm thrilled about the new features I've been watching. Donna listed a whole, too many of them because I'm so excited about them that we will soon have access to. I'm also excited to see what having more powerful capabilities is going to bring us with the Microsoft login and the Microsoft accounts. Because with that power, we, really eager to see some good stuff happening with that. Lance, you're up.
Well, fears, I don't, I mean, I know I'll always have fears when it comes to, world building sometimes because I don't know if that might break something or what, but I am, excited about this. I am, I am wanting, to dive deep in it to figure out what new stuff is going to be coming in to see, I guess, what new worlds that I can build. If I have more freedom with lighting and a lot more other stuff, then I might try to make a really good, hopefully good, scary world for Halloween. So woo,
Mm, that's right. Halloween
be
is
cool.
coming up.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So, for those that are new here, Halloween is a huge community world building project and community volunteers and everything. Every year we have a massive, amazing Halloween tribute, whatever. And it's time to start thinking plans for evil worlds.
And the big
Yes.
thing
Yep.
too
Mm-hmm.
is Halloween. That would be when I've been here for a whole year. So woo.
Yay! Yes, that was one of his first things. Is Lance volunteered to be one of our scarers, and he changed his avatar to look like Chucky, and had just a little bit too much fun.
I do it
You have the
again
whole.
too. So
Can you still do the Chucky laugh?
nah, probably not right now. I'm actually kind of sleepy. So
That's all right. Is that it?
oh no, I didn't even
You can't do
attempt
it.
it.
Okay.
Not
All
right
right.
now. Not
Well,
right now.
okay.
Sadly. Maybe next
All
time.
right.
Maybe next time I might.
Next time. All right. Thanks. Okay, Darren, you're up.
All right, just want to talk about. I guess I had fears about what's going to happen with the worlds I built because they're all kits. But since I heard Jimmy's updating all the kits, I guess they're going to be pretty much secure.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing I'll have problems with is I guess just simply updating the version of Unity to create the sound kits. I wonder if the sound kits will be destroyed or not working once the updates come into play for that for the sound kits I just added. And
Well, the sound
yeah,
kits, I don't know how the sound,
go
that's a
ahead.
really good question. I would love to have you ask the Altspace to find out how audio kits are impacted because the visual is what's changing. And I don't know how that impacts the audio. So that's a great question. Love it.
And I'd like to talk about the elephant in the room, which nobody wants to talk about, but I'm courageous enough to even say it. I noticed that Keegan canceled the half hour show, asked the questions with the owner. No one's
Yeah, we
talking
mentioned it.
about it.
Oh,
Oh,
we've all
okay.
been talking about it. Yeah, we mentioned it in the news. No, we
Oh, I
mentioned it
came
here.
in. I'm sorry, I came in late. I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
So I guess
Yeah.
skip my question then.
No, that's okay. I think it's not an elephant in the room. There, we all have lives. We all have things that happen. So there's some business things that have been happening. There's that, for her meetings and things. But there's also some personal things that are happening. And so I think everybody needs to shoot up some hearts right now for Keegan. And so there it'll all work. Yay. That's what we need. We need those hearts going up because we all got poo poo caca going on, and we're all trying to make it through all of this together.
I just
Thank you.
wondered
Now I
what
just
happened
gotta,
to the being canceled.
yeah,
That's all. That's all.
yeah. That's why there's some other stuff going on. Yep, but
Okay.
it's no elephant. We just life happens. Now, Ancient I Won't Say says that the audio will stop working when the old Unity packaged items are not supported. So it's still the process of putting the audio in through Unity and uploading them as an asset bundle, coming up as an asset. He says they will stop working as even though they're audio files, because it's the stuff that's the audio is just a part of it. It's the rest of the stuff that is packaged in and around it that will make it stop. And that's what I thought was going to be the issue. So it's uploady, updatey time for even the audio files.
So basically, you just basically update a new version of Unity, then upload the kits back into it.
Yeah,
With that,
get the guide that we have, the step-by-step guide by Altspace. There's also a video. We have it listed in our news and updates for Altspace channel, for the news and updates. Go through that just step by step, because there's just a couple little steps you want to make sure that you don't miss.
so I'm just curious if would that mean I have to reinstall all the sounds back into all the worlds? Or does it
No,
just
you're
simply
just
replace
updating
it?
the kit. You're just updating the kits, right? I believe that
Okay,
you're
so
just updating the
everything
kits.
should be okay in place then.
The
Okay,
identifiers should still all maintain. You're just
okay,
bringing up, so don't change any file names and things like that. Just generate that all fresh.
right. I
All right.
think
Yep.
I understand.
Okay. All right. And let us know how it turns out, because that's really important. We really need to know about the audio file. So thank you. Kurt, you're up.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm just going through a dark period right now where all my skyboxes are black. So I'm on
Oh,
ECVR, and so I'm just hoping the community can, come through and get it all straightened out in the next couple
are
weeks
they
or so.
are they Altspace skyboxes? Or are they
Yeah, it seems
shared
like,
ones?
yeah, everything I've gone to so far is black. So I don't know. I
Ha-
think it's
have
everything.
you updated through the Windows Store and
Oh yeah.
for
That's what caused the update, caused everything to go black. So,
okay,
and then
because
I have a
yeah,
preview version to work with that forces it into the new version, which is going to be more of the same. So,
okay,
they're going to
skyboxes are
work
pretty
it out.
unique.
I'll have to be,
Yeah,
yeah.
they'll work it out, but skyboxes are unique because it's usually an uploaded photograph. Some
Yeah,
skyboxes
something
are
else is
created by
going on.
Unity.
Yeah.
And so that's one, definitely report that in and turn that in, because skyboxes are treated a little bit differently. If Unity created skyboxes and then you just have images, and so you need to figure out which one's which. Interesting. Yay.
Yep.
Love it. All right. Thanks, Kurt. And I hope your mood elevates pretty soon. Thanks. All right. So, Donna, any last words in the world building?
Um, just if you guys need a support group, maybe start go to a channel. I just yeah, we just all have the feels for you, and I'm just hoping that I can still host events, because every event I'm hosting in right now, except for I built one world that has no featured kits. It only has Altspace assets. Right now it looks like a pretty good world to be hanging out in, but I'm terrified that I won't be able to host any events in 2 weeks. So that's my my last
Yeah,
thing.
we're
I don't-
we're gonna see. Yeah, we're gonna see. And we've been through this before. We've all survived it, and there's really good things on the other side. But um, my biggest concern of anything, for my last little bit on this, is if your world is reliant on a shared kit. Somebody created a kit and they shared it with you. Make sure you talk to them and make sure that they update. because that's going to be where people are going to be crying and screaming, is when they just assume that a shared kit, or they forgot that it was shared with them, and it goes toast. That's a big pain point. It's a really, really big pain point. So just be aware that if you have shared items, you talk to the people who shared it with you, and those that share things, make sure you update. So, all right, we're going to be riding this whole road with you. That's what we do here at the News and Updates, and that is it for today's news and updates. We do this all for you for free. Please remember, we are not AltSpace VR employees. Our team works hard each week to gather the news and information to help our community keep up with everything going on right here in AltSpace VR.
When news that you need to know happens, we share it in our News and Updates Discord so you can get the news through the clutter of information. So please tell a friend and share our Discord and YouTube channel so others can keep up with the news in and around AltSpace as well.
And thank you for being here every week to share with our goofs and our technical difficulties and the latest updates from in and around the AltSpace VR community. We live stream the news onto YouTube every week, and you can catch up with past episodes to learn more about the AltSpace VR events, project news, and community activities.
This is a labor of love, and we love our volunteer team members who help us gather the news as reporters, moderate, and help us put this news show together every week. If you'd like to join the News and Updates team, please let us know after the show. We need every ability and talent, and we'll help train you in event hosting and management and moderation. This is your show as much as ours, and we'd love for you to be a part of it.
Now, we're going to hang around for a few minutes after the news, but there's some really hot events that are coming up, so don't miss those to answer your questions and talk about what you're doing here in AltSpace VR. So stick around. We'd love to chat with you.
Thanks to all our News Updates volunteers and moderators that help make this event such a success. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So with these uncertain times, please be safe wherever you are in the world, and see you next time, next week, same time, same place.
Yay! Thank you, Donna.
Thank you, Laurel.
All right. There, got all the buttons. Curtain.